Hi guys, welcome back to Vintology by Lola. Okay, so today we're going to do our cute little, what I call, Pom Pom flower. But today I wanted to share some stuff with you really quick that I have found that I didn't know existed, and I absolutely have fallen in love. So first thing I'm going to show you is this wonderful Etsy artist. It is called, let me make sure I check my stuff. It is Arthousewhimsy. And it's on Etsy, and there's a lot of people like Kri Rama, and it's Kri Rama, R-A-M-A. She is on YouTube, and she actually, I found her, and she was doing a bunch of stuff using Arthousewhimsy. And so I went on there, and when I signed up for their newsletter, they gave me 50% off all of my first purchases. So it didn't make any difference how much I purchased. Well, I purchased these 4 kits, and I am in love, you guys, because, you know, I love Tim Holtz. This stuff is absolutely 100% compatible with Tim Holtz. It's just wonderful. So I'm just going to quick show you. This is her old portraits, and I printed these on glossy photo paper, but they look amazing. So I'm just going to quick flip through these. And I believe there's 3 sizes. So you can do these sizes, you can do these sizes, and then you could just do one big one, okay? So here's the little ones. Oh my gosh, are they not amazing, you guys? They are amazing. Okay, so then the next one that I did, and I'm sorry, I can't remember if it's called Shattered People or I don't know, but these are absolutely outstanding. It looks like a crinkled old photo of people. Again, 3 different sizes. Are they not amazing? Oh, you guys, they're just amazing. Look at these. Look at the faces. I just don't even. I can't. So there's that one too. Okay, so I'll just quick whip through these. You can see I kind of had a field day with making them, right? Well, I started printing, you guys, and then I kind of got a little carried away and just kept printing, right? Okay, so love that one. Look at the little girl. How cute, right? So sweet. Okay, so then there's that. So then I did peeling paint, and that comes in different sizes too, and I already used one as a background. So I did some of those. You can see I did some of this in glossy, right? So I thought this would be great for backgrounds, and you could take those people and build it up on these. And then I tried to do it just on plain, regular, what we used to call typing paper, right? Okay, just regular computer paper. And even on the computer paper, look at you guys. It is stunning. Her stuff is stunning. And she's also got some whimsical stuff on there. But all of her vintage stuff is absolutely amazing. And if you sign up, okay, so here it is. Here's the one I did, you guys. Some more on the glossy. More on the glossy. Okay, if you go to her site, and I'm not exactly sure, it's either at her, oh, look at those, isn't that cute? Okay, so enough of that. If you go to her, you can try her on Instagram, and I think if you go to Instagram, I think that's where I went to sign up for the newsletter, kind of do the link tree thing, and then after that, you get a coupon, and as well, she's got something on coffee that is like, I don't know, 20 pages, that's all free. So it is, if nothing else, it's worth it to go over and look at her to see what she's got, and to decide kind of what you like or what you don't like, and then sign up for her newsletter and then get the freebies, because I was absolutely astonished with what she was giving away for free. Okay, so the second person I want to talk about real quick is, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard of her already, Sunset Crafts and More. I just want to tell you, she is super inspiring to me. She always has a different perspective of stuff that I've already had, or I have, or I don't know what to do with, right? So I love her idea about the hinged tags. Oh my gosh. This was so great. So I just kind of used a tag, and I used some of Timmy's stuff, and I used a clear transparent flower, and then I just used a rub-on down here, and I actually used Tim Holtz jump rings because he's got them in all the vintage colors, so it works really, really well. And I like this size, the larger size, which I think is like a quarter, I don't know, it's like a quarter of an inch, but they work really well then to have your dangle. So she has that, right? And then you guys, she did the cutest thing just a couple days ago. She took film strips and she turned them into belly bands. And oh my gosh, I just tried one last night and I thought I'll just play around and see. So cute to use the teeny tiny little Tim Holtz people, the Instant Family, and some of his other little words and his little snippets. Perfect. And she used a die. I don't have the die for the film strip, but this is what I used. I used this oldie but goodie. This, I think it's by, it's EKSS. And this worked just as well. And then what I did is I had old postage stamp envelopes that somebody, I don't even know where I got them from, but I took them and I cut those and put those on the back to make them kind of crunchy, but it also makes them look very old and vintagey. And then I just, vintage photoed them up. So she, Sunset Crafts and More, she is definitely worth checking out. And then lastly, what I want to talk about is this gal who I think is amazing. And her name is Sheila, and it's Bohoday Dreams. And you guys, I've done the ribbon bookmarks, but she just had a different way of doing them. I don't know. They're just very, very pretty. And so I just took some of my stuff. I did it with velvet, and that was one of the things she did. I put on these aren't old, but they kind of look old. They're Joann's, and these are old, these little tiny ones. And I just put those on, and I am just in love with this. I think this would be great in a junk journal. I think this would be great as a gift to somebody who reads. Such a cute idea. Then she did these amazing medallions. She calls them medallions. And I had a bunch of the old Tim Holtz frames, and I don't even know if they're old, but I've had them for forever, and I never really use them. So I used some of this vintage gold and went over them. Well, I'm sorry. First I painted them black. Then I went over with this one and a baby wipe, and this is what I got. Then she has you use, so I kind of went off the rails here a little bit and did a bunch, you guys. So let me just quick show you. So she has you use just a filigree, and I don't know about you guys, but I have a bunch of these too, and I have used them maybe once or twice, but they were just in my stash, and I thought, oh my gosh, I can use all this stuff. And then she has you put a beautiful piece of something. I mean, mine are old buttons, and they're not really old. They're Hobby Lobby that just are stunning, and I bought them because I loved them, right? This was a Hobby Lobby. This was just an old piece of junk jewelry that I had. And this was an old pin that I cut the back off of, okay? Now, what I really liked is you can just take this and put this on the cover of a junk journal, right? Or you can take this and, let me see if I can find something. Hang on. Oh, here, sorry about that, you guys. Just ignore this one. This one is not anywhere near done. But if you wanted, I'm sorry, I thought I was prepared. So if you wanted, you could take this. I wouldn't do it on this one because of the picture, right? Obviously. But you could put this as the focal point and tie it, and you could bring it around so that it ties on the side, or you could have it so that you tie it so it slides. I just thought these were beautiful. And then if you want to do even more to it, you have these little holes here that you could put jingle jangles on. Or if you just have one that you don't want to do as a ribbon, and this one isn't glued down enough. I have to glue this one down, you guys. But then you just put it on the cover of a book or a spine. Are those not stunning? Okay. All right. So that is the Boho Dreams. And then one other thing that she did besides that and the bookmarks, which I just love. Let me get this all put away. Okay. She had just a, I don't want to say unique, but just a different perspective on how to do beads when you're doing beads for dangles and stuff. And I went through my stash and I thought, are you kidding? What a great way. They just look So pretty, you guys. And she uses bead caps and spacers and little teeny tiny beads that match them, and they're just gorgeous. So I kind of went down that rabbit hole and tried that. She does use a lot of lampwork beads, and I don't have a lot of lampwork beads, but I might be heading to Joann's to buy some more lampwork beads because I really, really like it. Like, this is lampwork, the one that has the flower inside. This is lampwork, and they're just heavier. And these are porcelain. And then some of these are just fun, know-nothing beads that I just liked and I thought I'd play with. So she is Boho Daydreams Sheila, and I will write her down too, you guys. I promise I will write this information in the information. You know, they say below, but it's really to the right. Okay, so now let's get to our little tutorial today. Okay, so we are making what I call a Pom Pom flower. Now, I make a lot of different flowers. I've made a lot of different flowers. I love this one because this one can be made literally in minutes. It is no glue except for the centerpiece, right? And you can use cheap lace, you can use good lace, you can use whatever you have, okay? I chose to use lace that was a little bit coarser because it gives it more stability, but you can use really soft lace. Now, you can use lace that has an edge. You can use lace that is completely flat, right? You can use thin lace. You're gonna need a lot more of the thin lace to give it the bulk. And you can do this one that has something just like right down the center, okay? So I'm gonna show you this. This is not originally my idea. I made this one, I probably had this one in my stash for over 5 years. I believe it's on Pinterest, but I think the person that I saw do it was Tony at Craft Purge. So I am not taking credit for this. I am just showing you how I do it, okay? So what you're gonna need is a length, and I'm not gonna tell you how much. What I usually do is I just leave it and cut it when I'm done. So it's not like I go 1 and then measure 2. I don't do that, okay? So you're gonna need a good pair of scissors, okay? I have found, of course, and I hate to be I feel like I'm a walking advertisement for Timmy, but Timmy scissors are really great and they're really sharp, right? You don't want to fight what you're cutting. I can't find my other pair right now, but okay, we'll use these little ones. So all you're gonna do is take your 3 fingers, and it's just like a pom-pom, if you were doing a pom-pom. And you're gonna wrap it 1, 2, 3, and you're going to cut off any strays, but it won't make any difference because, quite frankly, you're doing a lot of cutting later. Okay? So, we're going to do that. Get that off of there. Okay? So, that was 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And now I'm going to cut this off right here. And there is a reason I'm cutting it off there. You saw that was all the lace I had. So, now I have it so it is a little tube. Now what I do, I understand some people might use string or thread. I like to use a piece of the lace for the flower because then it just blends in. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to fold it in half, turn it over, and I'm going to tie it in a knot. Now it's going to be a tight little thing because I don't have much room, right? I didn't have a lot, but I don't really care. I just want it to be like that, okay? Like that. Worst comes to worst, you could use a drop. I could use a drop of glue, right? But I'm gonna really try to get this through like this, okay? Okay. Hope you guys are all doing really well. We've been on a roller coaster for weather here, you guys, and I'm not kidding. It was 60 on Monday, 50 on Tuesday, and then it dropped to 20, and it was 30 yesterday, and today it's supposed to be 50. So I am living, I don't know where, but not in Minnesota. Okay, so you've got that tied, right? So it kind of looks like a little bow. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in And just like a pom-pom, if it were a pom-pom with yarn or you're doing it with paper, whatever, however you're making it, and you're going to cut them right where you folded it. Okay. So those are all cut, right? Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And this is kind of messy. That one came out, no big deal. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to go in and you're just going to cut like strips. Okay. And it really literally is this easy, you guys. I'm telling you. I feel ashamed that I'm showing you this because it is so easy. Okay, so then we're going to do this. And we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to start pulling it apart. Okay, so on a pom-pom, you start pulling it apart. And you start pulling it apart. So the idea is so that you really can't see. And it won't make any difference if you can see the center or not because we're putting a button on it. Now, I think I probably should have used a little bit more because to me, it doesn't feel really full. But let me keep fluffing it out here. Okay. Okay. Be careful not to rip it like I just ripped a piece. Okay. So then what I do is I go in and I kind of just give it a little bit of a haircut. Not a lot, just if you've got a couple that are long and stray. Okay. And again, I'm just going to keep pulling it out. And you know what I think, you guys? I think this probably was a little thick. I probably should have cut this piece in the middle in half. Okay, so learn from my mistake. Don't put such a wide band around it because I can't seem to get it. Let's see. Let me see, where's I had a pearl. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. So this was what I was going to, oops. There's my water. We're just having issues here, you guys. There we go. I was just going to put this in here like that so that it looks like that one, but I'm kind of thinking I might need a bigger button. So let me see what I have for buttons here, you guys, to cover up that center. So everything is fixable or doable. Okay, so that's white. So do I want something like that? Probably something like that, because that truly covers everything, right? And so I'm not a big fan of hot glue. I do use it, but I'm not a fan of it. Okay, so I'm gonna just use some of my Fabri-Tac 3-in-1. It's really all the same, you guys. Okay. I'll get this done. Okay. Liberal amount so it stays. Okay. Then once, see as you start moving it there. And if you find sometimes that it's not cut far enough up, you can always go in and just do snipping like this. So like that one hardly has anything. That one a little bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to take it like that a little bit. And if you put it down, you can see where the uneven pieces are. You don't need to necessarily keep it down there, but you can see when you lay it against the black, how uneven it was. And this side is definitely longer. So even though I used a wide piece to tie it, which I probably wouldn't do again, because I can see from this one, can you see how thin that one was? And because I was doing a tutorial, I thought, oh, I'll just quick do it. So let's see if we can quick make one more a little different, okay, to see if it works better. So I'm gonna do one, although this is pretty wide here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have that one. I'm just gonna snip a little piece of this one. Just, let's make sure we have enough to tie it right. Last time we didn't have enough. Okay, that should be good, right? And we're gonna take this one, make sure that goes in there. And same thing. Oh yeah, see, this one's much easier to tie because it's thinner. Do you see the difference, how fast it was to tie this one? And this is a different one, but it's still the same color. So again, we'll just cut it here. And I'm gonna try something a little bit different with this so you guys can learn from my mistakes, right? Which I love. I love it when people don't edit their videos and we get to actually see how they change things up or how they fix a mistake, whatever, right? So this one's really hard to get in here. I think it's got, okay, so I'm just gonna keep on going through here until I get them all cut apart. Okay. It would probably work better with my next size Timmy scissors, but I can't seem to locate them at the moment. Okay, make sure those are all cut apart. Okay, let's try this. Instead of cutting them first, let's try spreading them, okay? So we're gonna spread them out and then cut them, okay? So there's that. And just like that. Okay. That. And like that. That. Like that. Okay. Okay. So now we have it so it's all spread apart. Right, and now I'm going to start going in and snipping like this. And this is a little more haphazard than the other way I showed you guys, but I think that the flower looks more full. What do you think? We'll hold it up in a second so we can see what the difference is. Okay, and then you go back in, do some more. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to keep doing this because I know my videos get really long and people don't sit through the whole thing, so that's okay. So, and it's very cathartic, you guys, very relaxing. Okay, so this is much easier to do this way, so let's just say that way. And then This time I'm just going to go like this. And I'm going to go like that. Like that. And I can see one side's a little bit longer than the other. But this one definitely looks more like a Pom Pom than the other one did, right? So we can just take more off this side. And I don't know, I don't think it's that much wasted lace, but I don't know about you guys. I have lace that I know I'll never use for one reason or another. Don't like the color, just something about it I don't like. And I thought this was a great way to use up your lace in a way that now becomes a way that you'd use it. Okay, move all this. I can totally work in a mess. Okay, oof. Okay. And that's when they lay it down, I think that's when you can see all the things that need to be fixed. Okay. Well, you guys get the idea, right? So that was the idea. Make sure that the sides are on, and now you can flip it over so that the tie part is in the back. And this one, I really love these old buttons. That one, same thing, except I'm going to put it on here. Okay, and stick it in. It's got a little bit of a shank, so I can just stick it right in there. Hold it down for a second. Play with that. Yep, the difference is this, where we have the gaping hole in the back because we used a piece to tie it that was too wide. So we know not to do that, right? This is the original, which is just teeny tiny. And then there's this one. And this one can certainly be cut down if you don't like it, right? You can just go around and we can make it shorter. And you just keep giving it a little haircut. Well, or a lace cut, right? There we go. Pull those out. And there you have a super, super simple Pom Pom lace flower. Okay, guys? Well, that's about it for now. That's all I've got. Oh, I will show you what we're going to work on next week because I'm trying to keep myself prepared so I kind of know what's going on for next week. Next week, pull out your doilies, your little appliques, some of your eyelash yarn. We're going to make some cute wreaths with little doilies with flowers. Won't that be sweet? So, until then, I hope you guys have a fabulous week. I might come on again to show you a finished book that I've been working on. And you can see the rabbit hole that I went down. So please visit Boho Dreams by Sheila, Arthousewhimsy on Etsy, and Sunset Crafts and More for some inspiration, you guys. Have a great weekend. Peace out.